Good afternoon. This is Balasubramanian Iyer welcoming you. Uh, Today, the topic of discussion in this video is for students of finance and accounting, and this is about leasing. So, if you go to a car showroom and you're trying to lease a car, there is this thing called the money factor. Okay, so the formula that you will find is for money factor. Of course, for depreciation cost, you take the cap cost minus residual divided by the term, which is easy to understand. But the tricky part is the lease finance cost. And the formula here is the cap cost plus residual value multiplied by the money factor. Now, I will explain what the money factor is, but what is very tricky or confusing is why am I double counting? Like there is the residual value in a lease, the is a portion of the cap cost. So the residual value is already embedded in the cap cost. So why am I double counting? So it may look illogical. And this is the topic of my video. I want to explain to you guys who are interested. I like to go into details on abstract and conceptual ideas. For students of finance, I'm trying to explain to you, okay? I'm a chartered accountant. I'm a CPA. I worked as CFO and all that. So finance is my favorite subject. So here I'm going to explain. There are many things involved in lease finance, but I'm only addressing the money factor. Now, what is money factor? Money factor is basically the APR divided by 2400. That's the formula. So if in a car showroom they give you the money factor for a lease as they will always give you as a decimal 0.0025, something like that. So you're supposed to, if you go on the YouTube or web, they will tell you simply multiply the decimal by 2400. So what is 2400? Where did this number come from? Did it drop from the sky? No. So the basic theory is 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 12 multiplied by 1 by 100 is equal to 1 by 2400. That's how the 2400 is coming. That is 2 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 100. So the question is why 1 by 2? So what we are doing is why do we add the cap cost to residual? What we are doing is we are taking the average of the value of the car at the beginning and the end of the lease as given by the sum of the, see, at the beginning of the lease it is the net cap cost, okay. Then at the end of the lease it is the residual value. So when you're taking an average, that's why you're summing it and dividing by 2. So that's how 1 by 2 is coming. Okay, and money factor is defined as APR by 2400. So to give an example, if APR is say 6.14%, 6.14 divided by 2400, you will get that point zero zero, that blah blah blah. So now let's arrange the algebraic equation. So 1 by 2 into the principal value, we're taking the average of the principal. That's why we are adding the net cap cost plus residual value 1 by 2 into APR divided by 12, which is the money factor. Okay. A portion of the money factor. Okay. The APR part. 12 multiplied by 1 by 100 is equal to the finance cost in a lease. Okay. Let's go back to this. Finance cost. Okay. So I'm decomposing this equation so you understand the logic. Okay. So this is the finance cost in a lease. Now let's rearrange the algebraic equation. So the finance cost in a lease, once you multiply all the denominator, so you get the net cap cost plus residual value multiplied by APR, which is the numerator that stays the same, divided by 2400. 2400 again is 2 by 12 by 100, right? You multiply all the denominators. So now you get this. Now what we do here, this APR by 2000, what is that? That's nothing but the money factor, right? Which is what I just explained to you here. So you substitute. That's what is happening. See, when they are saying finance cost is equal to cap cost plus residual multiplied by money factor. So how is that coming? This is the logic. This is not properly explained anywhere. So I'm trying to explain through this video for those of you who are curious like me to understand the logic. Okay, so now you substitute this for money factor. So money factor multiplied by net cap cost. So most of the people will tell you mechanically or blindly, you just take the money factor, multiply by net cap, and you get the finance cost. But why? What is the logic? Why am I doing that? What is the theory? You need to understand, just by learning by rote, by mechanically by hearting something and going to an exam and right, that's not correct. You need to understand the logic why certain things are happening. Like in trading, why is oil price going up? Why is oil price going down? What is contango? What is backwardation? What are the dynamics in the markets? You have to understand the base logic. Similarly, in the finance, you need to understand the base logic, what is going on. So that's why, and to go back to the point, it may appear we are double counting. No, this is nothing but the average of the principal balance. You're taking 1 by 2 and you are averaging, and it's all getting hidden. It's a beautiful formula actually. The more I look at it, the more I'm fascinated by it, because everything gets hidden in it. And by the way, in a lease transaction, they will give you or in an exam, the money factor will be given to you, and all you have to do is multiply the money factor into this equation and you get the finance cost. But that's a theory, okay, which I've explained to you. Now I'll be going into more issues on lease finance and lease accounting in another video. In one video this is too much, okay, so we'll talk later. God bless you all. Bye for now.